What's going on? Kendall, Result Badge Digital Marketing Agency. I hope everyone is having a great day. This is another video where I want to discuss something about the dream customers, but really determining your niche. And I've been reading this book, Expert Secrets, Russell Brunson, great book. And it's secret number 3, which is the 3 core market desires or markets. So essentially, there's 3 core markets, like huge markets. We have wealth, we have health, and we have relationships. So all of our like in all the work that we do or anything, if you at your job, like your job falls into a certain market. So let's just say, okay, so let's go. So your market is something like health, wealth, or relationships, right? So then we go into it deeper. So in wealth, there's many ways that people can gain wealth or make money. You have finance, you have investing, you have real estate, you have sales. And then, for example, for relationships, you have love, dating advice, marriage advice. And for health, you have diet, nutrition, strength training, weight loss. So there's a sub-market inside of each of these big markets, right? So this is where I was doing research at, because one of the quotes that I see a lot is the riches are in the niches, right? So the reason why is because the market, if you try to market to, for example, health in general, that's a huge ocean where it's a lot of money to be made, but it's very difficult because the market is saturated with so many people, so many huge, gigantic corporations that you will be a small fish in the ocean, and it'll be sharks that will eat you up like it's nothing. So then people thought, okay, I can't do health, but what if I do strength training and I'm a fitness coach? Okay, but and that's a smaller pond. So that's like going from an ocean to maybe I want to say something in between, but I'm gonna say lake. So let's just say lake. So the lake would be strength training. There's still a lot of competition. Still some sharks in there. Even though that sounds crazy, there's sharks in lakes, yes. But so you get to that point, and then you're like, okay, I still can't carve out like where, like it's still like tens of thousands of people that are trying to get the same people that I'm trying to get. So enter niches. So a niche, for example, let's do real estate, because I have more, I have some examples for that right now. So say I did wealth, the ocean is wealth, going a bit more to the lake. I want to help people get wealth through real estate. So real estate is a sub market. Okay, it's still packed. So I can flip houses, I can buy them and rent them out, and I can do note investing, I can buy apartments. So now you get into the niches, right? So now there's less competition, but there's still, you can still micro niche, because like I said, the riches are in the niches. So the deeper you can go, if you have the correct, and if the market is, and if the niche is of a great enough size, or maybe like I talked about before, magnitude. So maybe it's not as many people from a scale point of view, but there's you can make a lot per person, or a person can make a lot per house or whatever, right? So for example, we have niches. Let me go here. Yeah, so short selling houses, flipping houses on eBay, but you can go deeper, say flipping houses only in a certain location. So you've niched down locally, at that point. So you're saying I'm in the wealth market, I'm doing real estate, I'm flipping houses, but I'm doing it for Canton, Ohio, right? So, and you can even go deeper than that. You can only do it for a certain type of investor. You know, for example, say you flip houses for a certain type of consumer, like maybe they're older, maybe you want, maybe they're younger, maybe they want a certain type of house, you know, 2-bedroom homes. So maybe you're the king of 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 3 stories, brick houses, you know, so you see where I'm going? So you can really specialize. So niching is kind of like specializing. And as you niche down and specialize, you become bigger and bigger. You know, the market is smaller, but if you've done your research, you'll make way more money, you'll get much more success, and you'll be able to be an expert in your field. So I just wanted to do that really quick. And then that's where you go into these details, what I talked about in my last video, which is the target cities, the people that you want to work with, the percentages, blah, blah, blah. You can, and then you get to figuring out the competition and how can you differentiate yourself from your competition. But you have to first get into, you have the niche. So just wanted to quickly hit that before I go into my notes that I had. So for example, how does this relate to auto detailers? Now the key is this, now I guess a niche or a market your message can hit in more than one place. So auto, let's say for example, we're doing the core market is let's say auto. Now auto wealth, now let me bring this back. Auto can be in wealth, it can be in relationships. It depends on who you want to get your message to. So for example, me speaking to auto detailing business owners, that would be a wealth that I will make my message geared coming from the wealth market. So I would do wealth, auto detailing business owners. And then I may go into location, I may go into a certain type of job, I might go into a certain type of vehicle. So then that's when I niche down, I really get to where I want to get to. Or in this case with what we're doing, the consumer. So I'll give you a quick thought, or you can take this how you want. So I think the core market for dealing with the consumer with their vehicles is relationships, auto, detailing, and then you go into location, then you can go to certain services that you provide, or you may specialize in a certain type of vehicle like boats, RVs, planes, motorcycles. And this is why we look at most car enthusiasts or people, we have a connection with our vehicle. Our vehicle is somewhat of an extension of ourselves. It's an extension of our current maybe financial situation. It's of our style, of our sensibilities. So I consider that more of a relationship. It's not going to make you money by buying a car or an expensive car. It can make you money, of course, transportation for you to take care of your to make money or whatever at your job. And it can also help with I guess you can put it in any market, but I say relationships because there's more of a relationship aspect when it comes to auto detailing, or I should say with people in their cars. So for you guys, I would have it where my message would be more wealth building, which is what I'm doing now, right? But for consumers, which we will be trying to get to purchase our services and to help provide a service to their vehicle, this is a relationship. So our message, in my opinion, should be more of a coming from a relationship standpoint, because even like you get a certain car, you have it a certain way, like you have a Porsche or whatever. It's the social status. That's relationships. That's your friends may be jealous. Your friends may give you praise. Your family may give you praise. You may get a vehicle because a truck because you have a lot of kids and you want to make sure that they're transported safely. So your vehicle is like it's like transportation for your relationships to an extent, and for yourself in terms of appearance and all those good things. So the key is to niche down. So you have auto, so what am I gonna do for your vehicle that you love? Because people love their car. When they buy their car, they say, I love my car. It doesn't bring them money, but they love it. It depreciates, but they love it. So now you want to go into how can I specialize and become what's called how do you position yourself in your market where you stand out? And that's by niching down and then getting your message right by understanding who your dream customer is. So in terms of I'm going to do relationships, which is the market, sub-market auto, of course. A niche would be detailing. This is something that you could do to your vehicle. And then I'm going to go into either location, a certain service, or a certain type of vehicle, or I might do all three. So I might niche down. I may niche down about 6 times from relationships, and the pond is smaller, but you're an expert. So you're what's called you can become a category king in your niche. What else I want to discuss? Even, and the thing is too, you don't have to compete with everyone in that niche or in that market. You can compete like what we said, maybe by so you find a niche and you see your competition and you're like, okay, how am I going to stand out? So like what Dove did, what Dove said, it's not soap, it's Dove. So you're kind of coming in with that mindset when you come into your market and you're like, how am I going to stand out? What can I put out with my message that would make people think like, man, this guy's different. And it's different not to just be different. It has to be different with a benefit to who you're selling to. Because if you just say, my service is better because of X, what does X have to do with the people that are going to be purchasing your service? So that's one thing. Also, you can be complimentary. So maybe you build up relationships with tent shops, mechanic shops, body shops, affiliate products with like chemical guys, Meguiar's, Ardex, blah blah blah, bra installations, paint chip protection. So you build up. Relationships with these people so that they can help drive your business, and you work together in your market or in the market versus just trying to fight and go to war with everyone in your market. So I would say the takeaway from this is identify your dream customer is key. I'm going to select the market based on the core desires or the core market breakdown I just gave you, and then also develop the marketing position, which will come from what I discussed before about the target city, the customer dream customer analysis, the competitor analysis, how I'm going to price my service. All those things will be very important in developing how am I different from the other people in the market. So I dropped a lot, but with that being said, this is Kendall, Result Badge Digital Marketing Agency. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you food for thought. I'm not expecting anyone to just go out here and do it. I'm just explaining to you what I'm going to do. Take the good with the bad, as always, and I hope you have a great day.